The King and No King by John Fletcher and Francis Beaumont, Act 3, Scene 2. A room in the house of Bessus. Bessus, the talk of fame, I have gotten it in the wars, and will afford any man a reasonable penny worth. Some will say they could be content to have it, but that it is to be achieved with danger. But my opinion is otherwise, for if I might stand still in cannon proof and have fame fall upon me, I would refuse it. My reputation come principally by thinking to run away, which nobody knows but Ferdinand, and I think he conceals it to anger me. Before I went to the wars, I come to the town, a young fellow without means or parts to deserve friends, and my empty guts persuaded me to lie and abuse people for my meat, which I did, and they beat me. Then would I fast 2 days, till my hunger cried out on me, railed still. Then methought I had a monstrous stomach to abuse them again, and did it. In this state I continued till they hung me up by heels and beat me with hazel sticks, and if they would have baked me and have consented somebody with me for vengeance. After this I railed and eat quietly, for the whole kingdom took notice of me for a buffalo whipped fellow, and what I said what I said was remembered in the mirth, but never in anger, of which I was glad. I would I would it were at that pass again. After this, having called an aunt of mine that left £200 in a cousin's hand for me, who taking me to be a gallant young spirit, raised a company for me with the money and sent me into Armenia with them. Away I would have run from them, but that I could get no company, and alone I do not run. I was never at battle but at once, and there I was running, but Martinus clutched me, yet I got loose at last, but was so afraid that I saw no more than my shoulders do, but fled with my whole company amongst my enemies and overthrew them. Now the report of my valor is come over before me, and they say I was a raw young fellow, but now I am improved a plague on their eloquence. It will cost me many a beating, and Martinus might help this too, if he would, for now they think to get honor on me, and all the men I have abused call me freshly to account worthily, as they call it, by the way of the challenge. Gentlemen, good morrow. Gentlemen, good morrow, Captain Bassus. Bassus, good morrow, sir. Gentlemen, I come to speak with you. Bassus, you are very welcome. Gentlemen, from one that holds himself wronged by you some 3 years since. Your worth, he says, is famed, and he doubt nothing. He do nothing doubt, but you will do him right as beseems a soldier. Bessus a pox on them, so they cry all. Gentlemen, and a slight note I have about me for you, for the delivery of which you must excuse me. It It is an office that friendship calls upon me to do, and no way offensive to you, since I desire but right on both sides. Besses, it is a challenge, sir. It is not. Gentlemen, it is an inviting to the field. Bessus, an inviting, oh cry you mercy, what a compliment he delivers it with. He might as agreeably to my nature present me poisoned with such a speech. Repetition. You to account, forced to him with my sword like a gentleman, dear to me, satisfaction. It is very well, sir. I do accept it, but he must wait and answer these 13 weeks, gentlemen. Why, sir? He would be glad to wipe off his stain as soon as he could. Passes, sir, upon my credit, I am already engaged to 112, all which must have their stains wiped off, if that be the word before him. Gentlemen, sir, if you be truly engaged but to one, he shall stay a competent time. Messrs, upon my faith, sir, to 212, and I have a spent body too much bruised in the battle, so that I cannot fight, I must be plain with you, above 3 combats a day. All the kindness I can show him is to set him resolutely in my role. The 213 men, which is something, for I tell you, I think there will be more after him than before him, I think. So, pray you commend me to him and tell him this. Gentlemen, I will, sir, good morrow to you. Mrs. Good morrow to you, good sir. Certainly, my safest way were to print myself uncovered with the discovery how I came by my credit and clap it upon every post. I have received above 30 challenges within this did this 2 hours, Mary, all but the first I put off with engagement, and by good fortune, the first is no better of fighting than I, so that's referred the place where it must be ended is 4 days journey off, and our attributors are these. He has chosen a gentleman in trouble. I have a special friend with a quartered egg, like to hold him this 5 years for mine, and when his man come home, we are to accept my friend's health if they would spend me challenges thus thick as long as I lived. I have no challenges thus thick as long as I lived. I would have no other living. I can make 7 shillings a day. Oh, the paper to the grocers. Yet I learned nothing by all these but a little skill in comparing of styles. I do find evidently that there is someone scrivener in this town that has a great hand in writing of challenges, for they are all of a cut, and 6 of them in a hand, and they all end. My repetition is dear to me, and I must require satisfaction. Who's there? More paper, I hope. No, it is my lord. By curious, I fear all is not well between us. Be curious. Now, Captain Bessus, I come about a frivolous matter caused by as idle a report. You know you were a coward. Bessus, very right. Be curious and rocked be Bessus. True, my lord. Be curious, but now people will call you valiant desertlessly. Desert Lastly, I think yet for their satisfaction I will have you fight with me. Bessus, oh my good lord, by deep engagements. Be curious, tell not me of your engagements, Captain Bessus. It is not to be put off with an excuse for me on for my own part, I am known of the multitude that believe your conversion from coward. Passes, my lord, I seek not quarrels, and this belongs not to me. I am not to maintain it. Be curious, who then pray? Bessus the coward wronged you. The curious right, Bessus, and shall Bessus the valiant maintain what Bessus the coward did? The curious, I pretty believe these cheating tricks, I swear, though shall fight with me, or though shall be beaten extremely and kicked. Bessus, since you provoke me thus far, my lord, I will fight with you, and by my sword it shall cost me 20 pounds, but I will have my leg well a week sooner purposely. Be curious, your leg, why what ailed your leg? I'll do a cure on you, stand up. Bessus, my lord, this is not noble in you. Be curious, what do thou with such a phrase in thy mouth? I will kick thee out of all good words before I leave thee. Bessus, my lord, I take this as a punishment for offense I did when I was a coward. Be curious, when thou were confess thyself a coward still, or by this light I'll beat thee into sponge. Bessus, why I am one. Be curious, are you so, sir? And why do you swear? Why do you wear Bessus, my lord, this is not noble in you. Be curious, what do thou with such a phrase in thy mouth? I will kick thee out of all good words before I leave thee. Bessus, my lord, I will take this as a punishment for the offense I did when I was a coward. Be curious, when thou were confess thyself a coward still, or by this light I'll beat thee into sponge. Bessus, why I am, sir. Be curious, are you so, sir? And why do you wear a sword? Then come unbuckle quick. My lord, Bessus, my lord, be curious and buckle, I say, and give it to me, or as I live, they head will ache extremely. Bessus, it is a pretty hilt, and if your lordship take an affection to it with all my heart, I present it to you for a New Year's gift. Curious, I thank you very heartily, sweet Captain Farewell. Bessus, one word more, I beseech your lordship to render my knife again. Be curious, marry by all means, Captain. Gives him back the knife. Cherish yourself with it and eat hard, good Captain. We cannot tell whether we shall have any more such audience, dear Captain. Bessus, I will make better use of this than of my sword, as base spirit has this advantage of a brave one. It keeps always at a stay. The thing brings it down, not beating. I remember I promised the king in a great audience that I would make my backbiters eat my sword to a knife. How to get another sword I know not, or nor any means left for me to maintain my credit but impudence. Therefore, I will outswear him and all his followers that this is all that's left uneaten of my words.